Okay, so this is the Kverneland KD185 mower that we're using this afternoon. Twin drum, bought this in about 1999 I think it was. It's done a reasonable number of acres, but it's not been overused. It hasn't actually been in action for about 6-7 years now, so this will be the first time out for quite a while. Gone through, greased everything, oiled everything, put a new drive shaft on, a new PTO shaft, because the overrun clutch that's actually built into the mower had sort of failed. I think probably because it hadn't been used very much, it was sort of stuck inside, so the pin should be coming out, enabling the pulleys and the belts to turn. It just wasn't coming out. So to overcome that, what I've done is to put an overrun clutch in, which effectively allows the torque coming through from the tractor PTO to turn it in the correct direction. But when you turn the PTO off, or turn the tractor off, the centrifugal force in the drums could actually do some damage to the drive line or to the tractor. So the overrun clutch just allows it to spin of its own free will, independent of the tractor. Not a fantastically expensive piece of kit, probably about £130, something like that, which is probably quite high compared to the value of the mower, but pretty essential. And last thing you want to do is to damage the tractor. One of the problems that you do sometimes have if you don't have an overrun clutch, and it can happen with people using small tractors, is that the force of the rotating discs on the drums on the mower actually pushes the tractor forward. All that pent up energy has to go somewhere, and it just gets transferred back into the mower, so you can get to a point where you think you're going to stop, but actually you don't, and it just pushes you forward. So quite essential to do that. The overall condition of it, skirt's not bad, drum's a little bit rusty, but just check the blades on it. It has, on each drum it has 3 short blades about that long, double-sided, so you can swap them round from one drum to the other to make best use of the cutting edge. But basically, if you're not aware of how a drum mower works, it just spins the discs, spin those little pieces of metal, and it's going so fast that just the force of it just cuts the grass. If you hit something quite hard, they could give, so they're not fixed. They actually can spin around on the drum. One of the other features of these drum mowers is that it has a pushback mechanism such that if you hit something, rather than the whole thing breaking off the back of the tractor, this sort of brake back mechanism is loaded on a spring, and it just enables the mower to sort of spin back, pushes back out of the way. I've had it done once, maybe twice. The first time it did it, first time out actually, was it hit some tree roots. There were some tree roots, there was an area I was doing some contracting on, and about the second time around the field, and it just got underneath these tree roots, and it just grabbed it. It makes a bit of a clatter because the PTO shaft is not in proper alignment, so all you do is turn it off as quick as you can. Usually by just reversing back with the drum down, it will actually correct it. It clicks back into position and away you go again. It's not a lot of fun. I suspect we might have the same problem with some of the areas here, where certainly up my right hand side there were some old tree stumps, so we'll just keep an eye open for those. The other thing you need to do is flick this over. It was in its location that it was for transport. That enables it to flex, so as you're going over the undulating ground, you can see it moving about, and it just helps to hug the ground quite nicely. I'm not sure there's much else to explain really. I'll just take you around the outside and just show you briefly what it looks like, but beyond that, I think we just get on.